So the All Blacks squad has just been announced for the All Blacks Rugby Championship, which is just around the corner. There were a few surprises. 5 debutants will get themselves the opportunity maybe throughout this season. And I have to say there are mixed reviews when it comes to the squad that Ian Foster has selected. But jumping straight into it, you can see the squad already to my side. Looking through in positional order, they will be as follows for the hookers. They have got Cody Taylor, Dane Coles, and Samisoni Taukei'aho. Now, I feel Taukei'aho and Taylor, they were the 2 definitely guaranteed hookers for the ABs. There was a little bit of a question mark around who would be that third option, whether it was Ricky Riccitelli, Dane Coles, Asafa Moore, or maybe someone else like a Brody McAllister. But in the end, they went with experience and they decided Dane Coles was the man for the job. In the propping department, it is Ethan de Groot of the Highlanders. Fletcher Null has had a few injury troubles throughout this season, but will be good to go by the time the AB season does roll around. Nepo Lalala, Ofa Tuangafasi, we saw both of them playing in that Blues versus Crusaders semi-final. Tamaiti Williams, another man who we saw in that semi, been able to have quite the impact throughout this season, Tamaiti Williams, and that will be what he wants to do at AB's level. He's played for the Māori All Blacks, now has the chance of having a debut this upcoming Rugby Championship. Tyrell Lomax, the last of the props, has been playing very well for the Hurricanes. Maybe not quite as good of a season as he did have last year, but still very strong from Lomax throughout the season. Looking at the locks, they've got Brodie Retallick, the man who scored the last-minute try up against the Brumbies in that Super Rugby Pacific semi-final. Josh Lord, another Waikato Chiefs boy. Sam Whitelock has got a bit of an injury at the moment, but should be good to go in a very short moment. Scott Barrett, and then also Tupo Vai. So they are the 5 locks that they have gone with. And I have to say, probably round about what everyone expected. They knew that there'd be the few veterans like Retallick and Whitelock, but then who were going to be the young guys? That question has been answered, and pretty much it's just the Chiefs, the best way of answering it. They've got Vai and they've got Josh Lord as well. In the loose forward trio, this is where we're seeing quite a few changes compared to what they did have last year for the ABs. They have got Adi Savia, Dalton Papali'i, Luke Jacobson, Sam Cane, he has been announced as the captain also, Samapeni Finau, and Shannon Frizzell. That means straight away, Noah Kiriwani, no Hoskins Satutu, so 2 Blues boys have been taken out there. Samapeni Finau, though, he's been a great player for the Chiefs throughout the Super Rugby Pacific season. Definitely deserved that spot in the AB's squad for this year. Looking through at the backs, Aaron Smith, Finley Christie, and Cam Roigard does have a chance of getting his debut. He's had a terrific season for the Hurricanes and is quite an attacking 9, which could be useful for the All Blacks in their future games. Finley Christie, a few people felt that it should have been Brad Weber who got himself the chance in that side. We will have to wait and see whether or not there are any changes as we develop through this Rugby Championship cycle. The fly halves, Bowden Barrett, Damian McKenzie, and Richie Mo'unga. Now, of course, 2 out of those 3 can play fullback, and whether that is the plan for Ian Foster, we will have to wait and see what his tactics are. But I did a poll on the live reaction to the squad, and 70% of people were picking Richie Mo'unga as the starting AB's fly half. So I'm curious to know if Ian Foster is thinking the same way. In the midfield, Anton Leonard-Brown, Geordie Barrett, Rico Ioane, Braden Enor, and Dallas McLeod as a debutant. Now, the question is, will McLeod be in that midfield like he normally was for the Crusaders, or will he be out on one of the wings like he has been for the recent part of this season due to the injury of Sevu Reece? But it's a massive opportunity for the youngster. He's got a solid running game, also makes some big tackles out there on the wing or in the centres. It could be a very handy player to have for the All Blacks. I guess the big names to mention missing out, Jack Goodhue, not getting himself in the squad, only recently returning from injury, so that was probably one of the main factors that did keep him out. Nora Meka Poihipi is another one I want to mention because he had a very good season for the Chiefs throughout the year. And then also one who I've seen still mentioned a little bit, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, nowhere to be seen anywhere near this AB side. Looking at the back 3, Caleb Clark and Moni Narawa will also have the chance of having his debut. Lester Whainarnuku should be tearing it up on that left wing for the ABs here. Mark Talia, he had a brilliant Super Rugby season, so if he wasn't in the squad somewhere, I think a lot of people would have been angry. Just like the man who's injury cover for him, if he does end up injured. Will Jordan, last man in the All Black squad. And the honourable mention that they put down the bottom, Sean Stevenson has been added as injury cover for Mark Talia. So Stevenson, he's had a standout season for the Chiefs. He's done pretty much anything and everything that he could have done to try and get into that All Black side. And he gets that little note down the bottom of the announcement. So hopefully he does get his opportunity. But the problem is saying hopefully he gets his chance means that Mark Talia would be out. He's not just injury cover in general. He's injury cover for one man. And that is interesting because two of the players in that back three are going to be playing in the final of Super Rugby Pacific this weekend. So there's a chance that we may end up seeing one of those two injured. And then I wonder whether or not Stevenson gets himself added in. But of course, the All Blacks 15 just around the corner from being announced. I'm sure a few of the players who were close to getting selected for this AB side will end up playing in those matches, including the first one, which will be up against the Japanese. But I do thank you all very much for tuning into this video. Do let me know what you think of this All Black squad. Who are the players you are most looking forward to seeing in action from this 36-man team? Also, who are the players you feel were hard done by and missing out on selection? But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all for the next one.